The Western Industrial Revolution was rapidly approaching, and Japan took notice. As a result, Japan had two options: either join the Industrial Revolution or fall behind. Fortunately, Japan chose the former, and as a result, the Japanese government called for inventors, and someone responded. Sakichi Toyoda, a young boy, was born into a poor family. He worked for his father in the late 1800s, and his mother was a loom manufacturer. He was Ikichi and Ei Toyoda's first child. Ikichi was a farmer who supported his income by working as a carpenter. He was a highly skilled carpenter of whom many people relied. Sakichi finished elementary school and began working as a carpenter's assistant for his father. Sakichi was born and raised during the period in Japanese history when the shogunate was replaced by a new government led by the Meiji Emperor. This period is widely regarded as the start of modern Japan. The entire village where Sakichi lived was plagued by poverty in the midst of social upheavals. Sakichi began to consider ways to be useful to those around him, while also serving his country when he was 14 or 15 years old. Sakichi would read newspapers and magazines on days when there was no carpentry. He organized an evening study group for local youth to promote self-learning. He was, however, unable to think of ways to contribute to society. Sakichi reached the age of 18 in 1885 when he became aware of the recently enacted Patent Monopoly Act. He carefully examined it and quickly became convinced that he had found his way forward. He then decided to tap into his own wisdom and devote his full attention to invention as a means of creating something new. Sakichi experimented with various permanent and infinite energy sources through trial and error. He did not succeed. Sakichi continued to meditate in this manner. Loom making was difficult work at the time because it required a lot of work and time. Sakichi returned home one day to find his mother at work. What struck him the most was how hard she was working. Sakichi made the decision to build an automatic loom this time. Sakichi designed his machine with a lot of pushback from his father and no help from anyone else. He visited the Third National Machinery Expo in Ueno, Tokyo in 1890. Many new machines, both Japanese and foreign-made, were on display. Sakichi was deeply moved. So much so that he spent the next month visiting the exposition every day, determined to understand how each of the machines worked. His first successful invention was completed in the autumn of the same year. The Toyota wooden hand loom was its name. He applied for a patent on it, and the Japan Board of Science approved it. Sakichi Toyoda then established Toyota Loom Works. The machine had 1 horsepower and could weave looms 3 to 4 times faster than a person could. The Toyota Loom Factory was a success. Over the next 10 years, Toyota rose to the top of Japan's struggling economy, ranking among the top 10 Japanese corporations at the time. While Sakichi's original dream came true, what he really desired was a car. Though Toyota Loom Works were successful, Sakichi was taken aback by the innovation in automobiles in the United States when he visited with his wife. He returned to Japan and sold his loom machine patents and designs to a British company for 1 million yen. In contrast to previous looms, the Toyota wooden hand loom required only 1 hand to operate rather than 2. He established a small factory in Tokyo's Taito ward in 1892, employing several of his Toyota wooden hand looms. He did this for a variety of reasons. He desired financial independence in order to pursue his inventing career more fully. He needed money to help him with his effort. He also believed that by using his invention himself to confirm its superior performance, he would be able to confidently recommend it to customers. Toyota's factory produced fabrics that were sold to wholesalers and had a good reputation. Sakichi oversaw the operation while continuing to invent. Unfortunately, the factory did not fare well and was forced to close after only a year of operation. Sakichi went back to his hometown. He intended to use this money to build his own car, but he became ill with what appeared to be a type of flu, which ultimately led to his death. Sakichi gave this money to his son, Kichiro Toyoda, before his death on one condition: he had to use this money to develop Japan's own automobile. Kichiro went to the United States in 1930 after his father died to study American automobiles. He visited the Ford plant as well as 2 other factories in and around Detroit. He observed that cars at the time were both too large and too expensive. Kichiro returned to Japan and discovered that the country was offering money to any entrepreneur who could design Japan's very own automobile. This served as a wake-up call for him, and he spent the next 3 to 4 years designing Japan's own automobile. After much effort and trial and error, he developed the Model A engine in 1933 and established Toyota Motor Works. Toyota released their first car, the Type AA, 2 years later in 1935. Kichiro Toyoda died in 1952, but his company thrived. Toyota introduced its compact Corolla model in 1966, which became the world's best-selling car in 1997, with more than 35 million sold at the time. Toyota's small, fuel-efficient vehicles became increasingly appealing in America during the 1970s oil crisis. Toyota has remained attentive to the wants and needs of American car buyers. The popular Camry compact car and 4Runner sport utility vehicle were introduced by Toyota in the 1980s. Lexus, Toyota's luxury car line, made its debut in the United States in 1989. The Prius, the world's first mass-produced hybrid vehicle, was introduced in Japan in 1997 and globally in 2001. By the end of the 1990s, Toyota had produced over 100 million vehicles in Japan and had become the world's largest automaker, only to lose the title to Volkswagen in 2008 and reclaim it in 2015. Toyota achieved another milestone in 2008 when it sold more cars and trucks than General Motors, 8.97 million versus 8.35 million vehicles, reclaiming the sales crown that the American auto giant had held for more than 70 years. However, Toyota, like the rest of the auto industry, was harmed by the global financial crisis, and the company reported its first ever annual loss in May 2009. Toyota has only made money since then, and has remained at the top of the auto scene. Toyota forayed into the luxury market with the introduction of the Lexus LS400 and ES250 in 1989. Lexus quickly became known for producing high-quality vehicles while also providing excellent customer service. Lexus surpassed Mercedes-Benz and BMW to become the #1 luxury import in the United States in 1991. The brand also dominated 3 independent J.D. Power and Associates quality surveys that year, earning the top nameplate in customer satisfaction, sales satisfaction, and initial quality. Toyota's rapid expansion continued into the 1990s. A high point came in December 1997 when the Toyota Camry became America's best-selling passenger car for the first time. Toyota also introduced the Tundra, its first full-sized pickup truck, in 1998. Toyota is now regarded as one of the best car companies in the world. It's safe to say that if someone looked at a Toyota logo today, they would recognize it right away. That's what makes Toyota such a successful business. The big idea is that Toyota was once just a little boy with a dream. But despite struggles with war and setbacks, Toyota is now one of the world's largest corporations, and you can thank Japan's mindset for that. The relentless pursuit of perfection is what Toyota lives by in life, business, and practically everything else. All of this is evident in Toyota's history and current operations. Toyota Industries Corporation still operates Toyota Loom Works today. The Toyota dream has been passed down through many generations of the Toyota family and is now being worked on by its 340,000 employees. It's worth noting that the values and work ethics that helped Toyota in its early stages are still present. The path to success is paved with historical knowledge. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Subscribe to this channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you with another interesting story.